Okay, in this video I'm going to introduce the contrast paragraph. In the contrast paragraph we focus on differences. We'll go back to Amos and Kevin and we will compare the two people. Amos is a pessimist, whereas Kevin is an optimist. Amos is a conservative, where Kevin is liberal, and Amos is thoughtful, while Kevin is a doer. Let's look at a possible topic sentences we can write. So first we start, what is the paragraph about? It's about Amos and Kevin. And then we focus on what is the important difference between Amos and Kevin. And let's say it's the approach to life. So one possible topic sentence is Kevin and Amos differ in the way they approach life. Another possibility is Kevin and Amos have different ways of approaching life. Or Kevin and Amos contrast in their approaches to life. Now let's focus on developing the paragraph since we have a topic sentence. Again, we go back to the qualities of the two men, and we see these three areas where they contrast. Now, when we do contrast, we have to work with signal words, and some of the signal words are ones used in subordination, like while. Kevin is an optimist, while Amos is a pessimist about life. Or although Kevin is an optimist, Amos is pessimistic about life. Talk about coordination, where Kevin is an optimist, but Amos is pessimistic about life. Could try transition. Kevin is an optimist, however, Amos is pessimistic about life. We can use the preposition unlike, so unlike Amos, Kevin is an optimist. Or we can use the adjective structure of comparison, or the comparative. Amos is less active than Kevin. Now let's look at our supports. So we go back to our areas where we are going to make our comparisons: pessimist and optimist, conservative and liberal, thoughtful and doer. And we have our possible topic sentence that we're going to work with. Kevin and Amos differ in the way they approach life. We have our areas of support, which is outlook, politics, and activeness. And organization. Now, with comparison and contrast, we have two possible types of organization. So let's look at the first one, where we have 3 points, and we compare Kevin and Amos on these 3 points. So we will start out with our first point. One way the two men differ is that Kevin is an optimist while Amos is pessimistic about life. And let's support that comparison or contrast by giving more specific information. So Kevin approaches each day anticipating the surprises and good things, like his child understanding a difficult problem first attempt. However, Amos suspects something will go wrong, like his car breaking down. Okay, in this comparison we have an explanation, and we also have our specific support or example, like his child understanding a difficult problem on her first attempt, and like his car breaking down. So these are the examples supporting our explanations. Now if we look, we've added our second support. In addition, Amos is conservative in his thinking, for he believes government support makes people lazy. In contrast, Kevin holds liberal views, believing that government can help people help themselves. Again, we've compared them in 2 areas, or contrasted them in 2 areas. And now we have our third area where we have, furthermore, Kevin likes to be in action and is always looking for something to do, such as fixing things around his house or volunteering. On the other hand, Amos likes to spend time quietly alone thinking about how to help his children succeed and his business to grow. And now we're going to write a concluding sentence. In conclusion, Kevin and Amos approach life in different ways. Surprising they are such good friends. And thus we end up with a paragraph that looks like this. So this is a sample paragraph of contrast. Now we can use another structure. So let's look at a subject by subject comparison. In this we will first talk about Kevin, and then we will talk about Amos, and we'll go through the 3 points. So Kevin and Amos differ in the way they approach life. Kevin is an optimist who approaches each day anticipating the surprises and good things, like his child understanding a difficult problem on her first attempt. We add the second support. Kevin holds liberal views, believing that government can help people help themselves. And then we add our third support. Kevin likes to be in action and is always looking for something to do, such as fixing things around his house or volunteering at school or in the community. Now we make a transition. So unlike Kevin, and we introduce Amos here. And Amos is pessimistic, so this is our first support here. Amos is pessimistic about life and suspects something will go wrong, like his car breaking down. And then we add our next support, and this is for Amos. Amos is conservative, is thinking, for he believes government support makes people lazy. And we add our third support. Amos likes to spend time quietly alone thinking about how to help his children succeed and his business to grow. And thus we have our set of supports for Amos. We then combine the two into one paragraph, and we have a subject-to-subject contrast of Kevin and Amos. Okay, so in this video we've talked about the contrast paragraph, we talked about topic sentence, signal words, and organization of supports. Thank you.